Hi, this is Narandeep Madhu. I've come up with another video, and the video is on contrasting or similar characteristics between well-known freedom fighter of India, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, and revolutionarist, technological revolutionist Steve Jobs. The question arises: why do you want to put a contrasting or similar discussion on both of them? But if you see their lives, you will see they have completely parallel characteristics, absolutely parallel characteristics. Yes, the platform is different. One one Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose platform is for freedom fighting, and Steve Jobs platform was on technological upliftment or freedom. So only this is the difference. They have these unique characteristics, absolutely similar characteristics, and because of those characteristics only, they have made a difference in their living, in the society, created an impression, long lasting impression, which we are still carry forwarding. Now today is 23rd January 2026, and today is the birthday of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. So I was just going through various videos on Facebook. Then all of a sudden I started understanding the characteristics of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, and all of a sudden I have iPhone, Apple Watch, an iPad. Then all of a sudden know a bit about Steve Jobs. Then all of a sudden it occurred to me. It all of a sudden came to my mind that both the characteristics, both their lives are absolutely similar, absolutely parallel in nature. Then I thought, why not search about Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose freedom struggle story and Steve Jobs technological upgradation struggle story, and absolutely parallel in nature, absolutely similar, only a 10 years difference. When Subhash Chandra Bose died in 1945, exactly after 10 years, Steve Jobs took birth in 1955. Absolutely similar story, but only the platform is different. One platform is freedom struggle, freedom fighting, another is technological upgradation. Everything is similar. So I'll tell you how it is similar. So I was just, since everybody has since childhood days want to keep a leader in mind such that they can follow his kind of actions and try to move up in the society as well as in their progress. For me, Netaji Subhash Chandra was everybody's. I think probably from, if the person is from Gujarat, then they will follow Mahatma Gandhi. I am from eastern part of India, so I am following Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. So obviously, role model, a kind of role model, a outside role model who has left his well-being and took a plunge in freedom fighting in 40s. So amazing story. And similarly, Steve Jobs, if we talk about, Steve Jobs also did the same thing, but he has been forced to do that. So I'll tell you the story, how they are similar to each other, how their story is similar to each other. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, everybody knows that he was like very good studious student, one of the toppers in academics, got a chance in IS, Indian Administrative Service, and then he left his Indian Administrative Service and then plunged into freedom fighting. Similarly, Steve Jobs, if you talk about, everybody knows Steve Jobs is a school dropout, and followed that he will be developing lot of electronics items such that the life of human beings would be more smooth and peaceful in nature. And in that process, he will come across a device which is very common to us nowadays. It's called Apple. He is the inventor of Apple. And then it occurred to me that their style of leading their lives is absolutely so same that whenever they face any sort of difficulties in approaching his whims and fancies, they very peacefully get out of that particular system such that they can pursue their own dream. Maybe that dream could be for the commoners could be absolutely nonsensical in nature. If you talk about Subhash Chandra Bose, he was fast ranker in Indian Administrative Service. He would be leaving Indian Administrative Service in those time, and then will be going in freedom struggle. Amazing decision. Obviously, everybody will be going against him. Entire family will be definitely against him, and obviously, academician will be totally against him. So, similarly, if you talk about Steve Jobs, all of a sudden doing well, and then all of a sudden left his school, absolutely going against the society. So this is the first characteristics. Second characteristics is actually complementing the first characteristics for both of them. The second character is that whenever they have taken a decision, and if that decision is some way or the other not supporting the existing society, then they will be getting out of that society, creating their own system such that they can pursue or they can follow his discretion. So this is the amazing leadership quality. Every leaders in the history, if you look at, they will be having this kind of quality. Leaders never compromise. Whenever they feel some sort of hindrance to their path of discretion, they will always create a separate path such that it will not become a hindrance. For example, if you talk about Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was in Congress, and Mahatma Gandhi was the president of Congress at those time. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was not in favor of peaceful agitation, peaceful revolution. He is on the mindset of absolutely extreme revolution, and Gandhiji was in favor of peaceful agitation only. So what he did, he knew that staying in India will not bring out any extreme revolutionary measures. So what he decided, because Gandhiji was the national leader at those times, and he was in favor of creating peaceful agitation against the British rule, such that in order to gain or in order to get freedom. So what he did, he completely get out of the system, the existing nationalistic freedoms fighting system, and decided to leave India in order to make his or own system such that he can once again come back to India and fulfill, or in fact put a war against British Empire. A completely different set of mindset. Nobody would understand that this kind of mindset can even exist. Everybody, if you talk about Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Jawaharlal Nehru, Mahatma Gandhi, they actually remained in the system, created their system. But Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose actually came out of the existing system because he did not like the system, and created his own system of extreme revolutionary measures such that India will gain freedom from the bondage of British Empire. So this sort of mindset can easily be seen in Steve Jobs' life as well. Steve Jobs, who actually made a revolutionary change in technology by bringing in iPhone. He's the inventor of iPhone. And after certain time, when he felt that his ideology is not matching with iPhone is basically Apple company, is not matching with Apple, then he actually get out of the Apple system and created his own system, which they called in that time Next system. And his Next system became so much popular that once again iPhone actually brought in Steve Jobs into Apple company. So you can see that both the leaders, be it Netaji or be it Steve Jobs, whenever they faced any difficulties from the existing system, they actually get out of the system, created their own system, and that shared system became so popular and so effective in nature that once again the existing system actually called them, be it Steve Jobs or be it Netaji. If you talk about Netaji, in those days, the Congress was not in favor of absolute freedom. But Netaji was the person who believed in absolute freedom. India is our country. We are not going to be the subordinate inside our own country. We will be the free citizens of India. So that time, Sampurna Swaraj was not the main ideology of Congress. And because of Gandhiji also and other leaders, they believe that British has the best administrative control, and we under the British government can able to fulfill the dream of free India, but not immediately but slowly. But because of Netaji's external creation of system outside India, wherein he, with Nazis, with collaboration with Nazis, he completely put a war against British India. Because of that ideology, the Congress at that moment decided to go for Sampurna Swaraj, complete independent. And prior to that, it was not at all a ideology inside Congress. So you can understand a leader like Netaji and also like Steve Jobs, whenever felt any opposition inside the existing society, they never went against the system. They basically peacefully took an exit from the system and created their own system, such that their creation of system becomes so popular or so supportive, or in fact well connected, that the existing system had to call their systems. So this is the similarity which I have found in both the leaders, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and Steve Jobs. And I thought that it would be better. Today is Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose's birthday. It would be better to give you this kind of perspective. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose was a freedom fighter for India, and Steve Jobs is technological upgradation upgraded technological upgrader, if you want to invent a word like that. So absolutely same, but only the platform is same. One platform is freedom fighting, another platform is technological upgradation. So I thought that today is 23rd January, and Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose characteristic is so much similar in nature with Steve Jobs. It would be better to give you this kind of perspective to my subscriber as well as to the YouTube viewers. So that's all. If you feel like giving a thumbs up to this video, please do so, and please subscribe my channel, Ronnie's Identity in YouTube, and stay tuned for more updates and videos in the future. I wish you nice night. Bye.